especially Meg. But yeah, let's get to this, bro. That nigga was, he was getting to some shit. This nigga talking about DNA on the gun and shit and this and that. Like, holy. I don't know if I missed this shit
So,
before
if you
or
guys are
what.
smart with sports and you know what players are going to perform on what, got you guys on.
Stop trying to hustle my audience, bro. Chill out. You niggas got enough money. You niggas got enough bread.
Watch a game now without firing on Prize Picks. It just makes watching the game so much more fun. So download the Prize Picks app. Trust me, you won't regret it. Use code NELK. Let's get into the pod. All right, boys, we got a crazy episode here. We've been talking about doing this a while, me and Tory, the last few months. So we got Tory calling in exclusively on the phone right now. Tory, how we doing?
You're doing great, man. I'm on top of the rising. How you feeling?
Good, brother. Chilling. I know we've been talking about.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Maybe this is like a sign that I gotta do some soul searching. But that nigga Tory, that nigga be on the phone sounding more happy and jolly than I do, nigga. And I live a pretty good life. I think so. Pretty decent, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm not rich or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like these niggas, but I mean, as far as like us, nigga, like I feel like I live a comfortable life. But this nigga Tory, that nigga be sounding happy as fuck, bro. I love that for that nigga, bro. I love that, bro. Swear.
But doing this for a while, there's been a couple speed bumps.
I can't help it. I'm in prison. I don't know how to stop that. You feel me?
I know that. I don't know how much you see in there, how much you're told, but yeah, that shit kind of went viral the other day. I guess we were about to do this and there was like a riot or something.
It was a melee. I wouldn't say a riot. I think a riot is like, from what I've seen, I think it's more like than like 10, 15 people is more so a riot. That was like a regular six on six. It was like a melee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a riot.
How intense is it in there in like the area that you're in? Is that like a daily thing or like every week?
Yeah, everybody fights every day. I mean, that's kind of like a normal thing in California. Like a lot of things are just settled in fades. Like at the end of the day, like it's just like, oh, you fucked up on this. Okay, cool. I need a fade. Like, and it's just like, all right, we get it cracking. And then sometimes, everybody. Sometimes it's just like it's not just a one-on-one. It's like I'm bringing my homies. Well, I'm bringing my homies, and it's a melee or a turn into whatever it turned into. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, that nigga Tory ain't
I saw you were
bitch.
like you were mid-recording and then some shit.
Yeah, that nigga marked out Travis Scott. Alright.
Went down in the background. Was that like a verse for the new album?
Yeah, actually, I was just trying to like put some shit down. I've been recording this album since the other day when Ray had put that thing out for me, because Ray basically put all my stuff out on Instagram, because I can't really see what's going on, be it from where I'm actually putting it out from. So when he posted it on Instagram, that was the actual day I actually started the album, was literally that actual day. And the reason why we even posted that was because like I just needed the reassurance from my umbrellas that they felt how I felt about the situation. Like, y'all know I'm more than capable, even though this is a very crazy task.
Hey, chat, for context, Tory right now, he's talking about a recording that I think his man, I guess that was Ray. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but I think that was his manager, Ray. I don't even know if that's still his manager, but they was on the phone going back and forth, and Tory's pretty much telling the nigga, like, bro, like, what you think I can't do it, nigga? Because, like, Ray is pretty much, or whoever the dude was, he's pretty much like, bro, because Tory's telling the nigga, like, bro, like, I'm putting out an album from jail in 3 weeks, and dude is pretty much like, I don't think he's really, like, doubting him, but he's just like, how? Like, make it make sense? I feel like he was on some make it make sense and we can make it happen. But Tory's just on some nigga, I'm just gonna do it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm him, nigga. Like, this is what I do, nigga. I do the impossible. And I think dude was just on some, just like, bro, like, you gotta make it make sense, dude. You gotta make it make sense. So that's what they're talking about right now.
Has never, ever been done. Like, you have to think how this is, everybody who says, we've done music from prison or we've done music from jail, usually it's like this over the phone shit sounding like, this sucks. Like, that's not what I'm doing here. Like,
I thought that. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was what he was doing. Ain't that what he did on the DDG song? Like, I'm pretty sure that was like, what else is he doing? I'm not gonna lie, bro. They should let niggas record in there. Bro, you know how many niggas would be getting famous from jail, bro? And like, granted, it might do some bad, but I feel like it can do a lot of good, bro. Nigga, if you in jail, bro, you in prison, nigga, and bro, you got some shit to rap about, bro. You don't got shit to do all motherfucking day, but write raps, my nigga. Like, bro, that shit will make a nigga want to actually get out of jail and rehabilitate. Like, on some real shit. Like, they should do that. They be snatching Tory's equipment up and shit.
this is the first ever in real time prison album, an album that's recorded in prison.
I don't know what type of interviewer. I think this is Cal. I don't know. But as soon as he says this, he should ask him, like, okay, you're not doing it over the phone. How are you recording this? What is your process? What are you recording on? What is your equipment looking like? Like, that's what I would ask.
For prisoners by a prisoner in real time as a prisoner is going through his real time sentence. And it's professional.
That's
it's going to sound exactly like a Tory Lanez album, but just the pain is there, the hunger is there.
Is it though?
You know, the tears.
And I think that was what his homie was trying to tell him, is just like, how is it gonna, like, how? Like, how do you expect to do that? How is it gonna sound like a Tory Lanez album from prison? It's just not, I think he was just on some, like, bro, we gotta be realistic here.
The cries are there. It's a lot. It's a lot of emotion into it, but it's the first ever professionally recorded prison album. This has never been done before.
That's crazy.
You know, so
I don't know how much you want to reveal, but how did you guys crack the code on like the quality and making it sound so good?
well, we started originally from county jail, right? So when we was in county jail and I was working on the Alone at Prom Deluxe, there was a lot of things that we were trying at that point just through the GTL phone, and they had me in solitary confinement. And you know, there's always this weird rumor where, like, yo, he gets 1 hour out of the cell a day. But I wasn't getting any hours out of the cell a day. I was in there 24 hours. And so because they knew that they were doing people harsh like that, they would put a payphone in your cell. So I was on that phone all day just trying to see if there was different ways that I record or I could record, and taking the feedback from my engineer. And so really that was what kind of started the initial, like, okay, we need to figure this out and figure out how this can work.
Chat, I feel like in some way, shape, or form, like they have to be using AI. Like, I'm not saying it's like completely like AI based to where it's like fake. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they typed in a prompt. But I think AI can be used for, you know, certain tasks to where, you know, you might be able to like lay down a track, and you might be able to have like like you might be able to take an MP3 and like put it through like a artificial intelligence type of program or whatever the fuck. Like, I feel like Tory can record a jail call over a beat, put it through AI shit, and that shit can sound professional. You might have to tweak it a little bit, but like, nigga, it's 2025. Like, that don't even sound too far-fetched. I feel like that's what he's probably doing. There has to be something like that.
Over periods of times, there's a lot of other elements that took into place, like AI that can enhance the way that your voice sounds.
Chat, oh my God. Yo, you niggas gotta stay tuned. You know what I mean? I be dropping gems, bro. Y'all think I just be talking out the side of my neck, bro? I be dropping gems. Y'all think I just be talking? Like, nah, nigga, he said exactly what the fuck I just said.
How this can work.
Or I just thought,
over periods of times, there's a lot of other elements that took into place, like AI that can enhance the way that your voice sounds, to clear it up. I could record. Really, that was what kind of started the initial, like, okay, we need to figure this out and figure out how this can work. Over periods of times, there's a lot of other elements that took into place, like AI that can enhance the way that your voice sounds. And so, really, that was what on that phone they would be. I was in there 24 hours, and so because they knew that they were doing people harsh like that, they would put a payphone in your cell. So I was on that phone all day just trying to see if there was different ways that I record or I could record, and taking the feedback from my engineer. And so really that was what kind of started the initial, like, okay, we need to figure this out and figure out how this can work. Over periods of times, there's a lot of other elements that took into place, like AI that can enhance the way that your voice sounds, to clear it up through the phone. It's a lot of things. And then, of course, I have one of the greatest engineering teams of the world. Like, you know, Johan,
that's
Super
fucking
Saiyan
dope.
Mike. I got a girl named...
That's so fucking dope, man. My nigga, yo, this nigga is staying so positive through all of this bullshit, bro. And I truly think this nigga is... I really think the nigga's innocent, bro. I do. I really do. At the very, very least, bro, that shit obviously didn't fucking happen like they said it did. Obviously it didn't. Which is why I don't understand how you can get convicted in a court of law, like, beyond a reasonable doubt. You mean to tell me every single juror really believed that he did that shit beyond a reasonable doubt? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Angie, like, all of the engineers that I work with are geniuses. So it's like, together we just, you know, and I'm also an engineer myself. I engineer my own things. So there's things that I can hear when they can't hear it, and vice versa. And that's kind of how it works. I don't want to give you all my sauce, but it's mainly just like me getting as clean a take as I could possibly get, and then, you know, putting the extra things into it that my engineer kind of takes up at that point and does a lot of things to get my voice more clear and more transparent and, you know, high end and bright. So
I know you told me the other day, like, this is not some just album from jail. This is like a real deal album that's gonna like compete with all your other shit, right?
Exactly. Like, I want this to be, and that's why I go so hard about it. It's not because I'm not trying to do the norm. I just want to do the impossible, but it can be on the level of a norm, because where I'm at is impossible for me to be normal, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where I'm at, I'm supposed to be strapped down. My hands are supposed to be tied behind my back, which they are. But I want to show my fans, I want to show the people who believe in me and are inspired by me that at this point in my life, like, no matter what and no matter what happens in your life, like, we can do it and we can beat the odds no matter what they throw us. And I'm the first walking testimony of somebody that is literally defying all odds right now. Against the grain. They don't even like I'm defying it. You know, recording off a jail phone and coming up with a professional album is unheard of, brother.
100%. What made you want to, like, why right now? Like, I saw a video of you saying, like, Drake dropped, The Weeknd dropped his best shit, like, now it's time for you to drop. Is this like, did they kind of like inspire you or like not pressure you to drop?
Bro, it was exactly what he said in the post. Like, yo, Drake and Party drop. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I think he was on some Drake and Party drop, nigga. That shit, alright, that shit was cool. Weekend drop. That shit was ass. Nigga, I'm finna drop, nigga, and this is gonna be the best shit to come out of this sixth, to come out of Toronto this year. Nigga, that was his whole thing. He said that.
Like, did that have anything to do with the timing?
I would like to say, I think, I didn't know that everybody was dropping, and I just felt like, look, man, like, yeah, I didn't know everybody was dropping, but the year started, The Weeknd dropped, then Party and Drake dropped together, and I was just like, wow, like, everybody's putting out their best music right now, And, you know, it just felt like I needed to participate. But you know me, when I participate, I come to compete. So I'm not going to participate if I don't feel like I'm up to par to compete. So at this standpoint, I'm just like, look, I see everybody's doing things. It's not necessarily that you guys are the sole reason why I'm doing this, but I do feel like the city's driving, so why would I not drive with the rest of us? But beyond all of that, like, there's always a silent competition between us all, and everybody's coming to the arena. It almost felt like, you ever watch Pokemon? And it was those episodes where Ash would go to the stadium, and it was just like, you just wanted him to prevail.
It's like a fucking Toronto poker battle.
Exactly. It's like everybody came with some shit. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like Party Next Door, boom, he came with a fucking Bulbasaur, nigga, boom. Then you got Drake, he came with a motherfucking Blastoise, nigga. Then you got fucking
shout out to Blastoise.
He came with a Charizard. But Tory,
shout out to Charizard.
Nigga, fuck is you niggas talking about? Legendary bird.
We say
come with a Mewtwo, nigga. Fuck is you niggas
talking about? Oh, that nigga said he go. Yeah, Tory. I fuck with that, nigga. Yeah, you niggas is coming with Squirtles and shit, nigga. I come with a Mewtwo, nigga.
Bulbasaur, nigga, boom. Then you got Drake, he came with a motherfucking Blastoise, nigga. Then you got fucking Weekend, he came with a Charizard. But Tory gotta come with a Mewtwo, nigga. Fuck is you niggas talking about? Legendary bird.
You need fucking Lugia.
Yeah.
You need fucking Lugia or Suicune.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, chat, fun fact. Let me see, how long was this? Let me see, this was in high school. So this was a minute ago and shit, huh? So this was like, what year was that? This was probably senior year. So it was probably like 2017. Damn, that was a long ass time ago. What the fuck, yo? I'm getting old as fuck, yo. Whatever, but yo, I stopped playing Pokemon obviously for a long time. High school, bro, I had got this gaming or this, what was this shit called? It was like what was that shit called? Like a simulator. It was like it was like a Game Boy simulator, bro. But I swear to God, I was like addicted to Pokemon, bro. For like a good 2 weeks, I was addicted to that shit. Like actually addicted. Like I was on that bitch, bro, for like hours. That shit was insane.
Gotta be different, and so, and it's like I want to be able to give that legend, if you will, that legendary bird, a quality to music.
Yeah.
Even though my hands are tied behind my back, and that was why I wanted to do it. It was more so like, guys, if you guys can have every single piece of equipment, if you could have every single piece of mic, of producers, writers, everything that can help you make a great album, and I'm in a cell, concrete walls surrounding myself, running fades back to back. I'm not turning down the fade, but running fades back to back and doing takes over the jail phone. And if I can do that,
running fades back to back. What this nigga's talking about, yo? Just because my nigga is 3'11", y'all think this nigga soft. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, Tory's about that action, bro. Yo, you niggas ain't know that. I ain't see him press that nigga Travis, bro. Stop playing with that nigga, bro. Y'all hear this nigga, bro? Nigga taking fades back to back to back to back to. Oh shit, what the fuck just happened? Damn. Yo, chill out. Is that my food? Oh, that's my food. Hold on, let me get my food checked. I'm gonna need you to get the fuck out. I got no good eats. I need you to get the fuck out. Yeah. What was I saying?
It just felt like I need Tory and Drake got together. And I was just like, I would like to say, I think, I didn't know that everybody was dropping. And I just felt like, look, man, like, yeah, I didn't know everybody was dropping, but the year started, the weekend dropped, then Tory and Drake dropped together. And I was just like, wow, like, everybody's putting out their best music right now. And, you know, it just felt like I needed to participate. But you know me, when I participate, I come to compete. So I'm not going to participate like I'm up to par to compete. So at this standpoint, I'm just like, look, I see everybody's doing things. It's not necessarily that you guys are the sole reason why I'm doing this, but I do feel like the city is dropping. So why would I not drop with the rest of us? But beyond all of that, like, there's always a silent competition between us all, and everybody's coming to the arena. It almost felt like, you watch Pokemon, and it was those episodes where Ash would go to the stadium, and it was just like, you just wanted him to prevail.
It's like a fucking Toronto poker battle.
Exactly, it's like, and then you gotta come with it.
You need fucking Lugia. You
gotta be different, and so. And it's like, I want to be able to give that legend, if you will, that legendary bird a quality to music.
Yeah.
Even though my hands are tied behind my back, and that was why I wanted to do it. It was more so like,
yo, Chad, I ain't gonna lie, this order got here mad fast.
Every single piece of equipment, if you could have every single piece of mic, producers, writers, everything that can help you make a great album. And I'm in a cell, concrete walls surrounding myself, running fades back to back. I'm not turning down the fade, but running fades back to back and doing takes over the jail phone. And if I can do that through all of my pressure for myself, it tells me that there's not an artist on this world that can fuck with you, and it's more so my own
fuck with that.
life. I need to prove it to myself. I don't care about everybody.
Yeah.
As far as what they think.
That's crazy.
What they think about me. That's not my goal. I care about what can I prove to myself, because I gotta live with myself when the lights go off. I gotta look at myself in the mirror when everybody's gone. So what can I prove to myself that's gonna make me feel fulfilled within myself? Don't care about the sales, because we know at this point, Kyle, all of the sales that you see are based off of very different things. It's not the same way. Like, for instance, and I don't mean any disrespect, I love this music and I love this crap to the utmost, but like, we got like guys like The Weeknd, where it's like his album just came out, it sold 120,000, but to the world it sold 340,000 or wherever it was, because he sold clothes with it. So the clothes sold an extra whatever it was, but his actual music sold 120,000.
Wow.
That's his latest project. So at the end of the day, it's like, it's not about numbers to me at this point, because I think The Weeknd is one of the most phenomenal artists of our generation. But even for somebody like him to put out such a massive project time after time, but to be getting 120,000 for his type of sales, it shows you that it's not about the first week anymore. It's about who's really talented, and that's where the game is going. This whole thing about the sales and the da-da-da-da-da, when you really break it down, it's not about that. It's about who's really fucking talented and who's making the best music. That's where I want to compete. I don't care about the fake shit going on behind the scenes that everybody's doing to get bots and all of those. I don't care about that. You know, I care about shining with talent and timeless music, if that makes any sense.
No, 100%. Also, guys, really quick, we just restocked fullsend.com with a bunch of new stuff. We got new full send stuff, some classic stuff, super wearable, super crazy. There's a kind of like being blackballed there. New stuff on the website. So go to fullsend.com, browse around, check it out. There's a bunch of new fire shit on there. Grab a piece, rep full send. Let's get into the pod. You're like the OG of kind of like being blackballed by the industry too. I know you went like independent, right? Not too long ago. And I always used to see you'd have some trouble and some issues with the way that the music industry would work. What do you think about like with Drake and how the industry's kind of turned against him? Like you see videos now. I don't know if your boys tell you or you could see anything, but you can't like find a shit on Spotify, or there's just like a whole bunch of sketchy shit going on. I see. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, or because you're kind of on the inside of it too, right? The whole industry.
I can't all the way speak to everything that's going on with Drake because at the end of the day, he's a grown man, and I think that's his story to tell. But I will say one thing. I'm proud of the stance of any artist that goes against the bullshit that happens behind the scenes. Sometimes when things happen and we come out and we're like, yo, fuck the label, or like, yo, fuck the major, it's like everyone's like, nah, this guy's spiraling out, he's this label, but they don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and there's a lot of dark things going on behind the scenes, and which is the reason why I went independent, because y'all niggas ain't getting me with none of that. I'm not selling my soul. I'm not doing none of that weird shit, the rituals and all that shit y'all niggas got going on. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, no rituals
Fuck
for
away
sure.
from me. But there's a lot of weird things that go on behind the scenes, and so it's very hard to be in a situation like Drake is going through right now where you're going against the whole thing. You know what I mean?
The machine,
and I understand that there's a scrutiny because it's like,
All right, we only get 15 minutes at a time on Tory's jail phone, so we will be back momentarily. Are we back?
yeah, for sure.
All right, we back. We finished that note on the industry. Yeah, it was pretty much just a bunch of fuck shit going on, and you don't want to sell your soul.
No. When you summed it up, sounds crazy. I didn't mean it like, I don't mean it in some sort of way where it's like, oh, you're coming into some cold shit. Like, that's not necessarily what I mean. I just mean, look, when it comes down to it, there's a lot of things that happen in the background of industries, especially music, in such a provocative place as it is, right? But the reality of the situation is, I commend any artist that has the balls to go out and rage against the machine, because as a man who did it myself, it is one of the most exhausting things that you can imagine. It's like going up against the richest and richest billionaires who have the most richest and richest resources, and you're by yourself, but you're swinging for dear life. I have respect for anybody who does that. It's not just about Drake, but anybody, and I encourage artists. I'm not telling you to go start problems. It is fact, I'm telling you to have the best, integral relationships that you can have with whoever you do business with. But at the same time, don't hold your tongue for nobody. If you see fuck shit going on, which happens in the background, at some standpoint, you have to say something, or you're gonna end up like everybody else and be a sheep in a place where it's full of wolves, and it's not easy to be that. So I commend the artists, whether it be Drake or anybody else, who will rage against the machine as long as they know that they have the facts and the actual proof to back up what they're saying, because it's not an easy thing to do, regardless of how it looks. And I know people are looking at it from a street angle, but like, yo, with all due respect, like, this is not a street angle. And what Drake is doing, no matter how you want to put it, he's really doing this for the rest of us artists. Because the reality of it is if one man finally comes out and says, yo, fuck this, and the rest of us do it, a revolution starts. So it's either you look at it as he's going to start a revolution, or you look at it as, it's just Drake doing some shit, and he's just trying to do some shit, and you feel like he's doing this because he lost the battle. But being a man that knows him and speaks to him on a day-to-day basis, I shouldn't say day-to-day, I don't talk to him every day, but a man that speaks to him regularly, it's like, that nigga is not no dumb nigga, bro. He's a very smart individual. He's like a war general. It's a nigga that's very patient. And sometimes when he makes certain moves, it's not going to make sense at that moment. But the grand scheme of what he's doing is so smart that when it comes into full fruition, that's when you're going to be like, oh, I get it now. You know, so if you can't see it at a certain standpoint, all I tell people to do is just let time be time, and whatever it's going to turn into, it'll turn into whether you're impressed by it or not.
One song you did while you were in there, the feature on DDG song, that was a fucking fire-ass verse.
Fire. Yo, chat. That was a double entendre. Cause nigga, this food was fire, and that verse on DDG song was fire. That was bussin'. Hola. Ooh, that was good. Whew, man. Oh man, chat, that was fire, nigga. No cap. Nigga, that shit was boss. On the guys.
Is that what you're kind of speaking to? Or what did you mean when you said, like, I hope they don't come for me the way they came for Drizzy?
Nah, I was just saying, like, straight up, like, look, here's the reality, bro. I come to compete. When it comes to my craft, I'm here to compete with anybody. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you got going on. Like, if we're here to compete for music, I'm here for that. You feel me? And at the end of the day, like, that wasn't, like, a lot of people thought that was, like, a Kendrick diss. It wasn't a Kendrick diss. It was an anybody diss. Like, I respect everybody's craft. I love what everybody does with they stuff. But I'm going to tell you right now, like, I love to compete. Like, I love to go bar for bar with you so I can disrespect you and humiliate you because this is what I do. And at the end of the day, like, yes, I can't wait for 20 niggas, pause, no homo, to come at me, nigga, because at the end of the day, it's like, bro, I have the type
of holy. What?
Every one of you.
I'm not even gonna go. I'm not even gonna rewind that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, nigga, because at the end of the day, it's like, bro, I have the type of tenacity to finish every one of you niggas. It's not a thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I almost wish, sometimes I wish I could have jumped in Drizzy's shoes and did the beat for him. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, like, you feel me? But it's just like, that's how I feel about the situation. It's not like I was talking to anybody specific. I just feel like, yo, I'm here to compete.
You just love to get in there. I know you. You just love to fucking get in there.
I love it. That's my life. I love it. This is what music is about. It's what rap is about. It's about competing. Like, and when it comes to that, like, play with me. I love it. Let's go.
We've seen all the IG lives and the way that you've like recorded stuff in the past. Like you can be super quick with it. Well, you'll just get in the booth and lay down like fire right away. But I'm wondering, since you have more time, is there any difference with this album where you're like doing more writing shit, or are you just hopping on the jail phone and just cooking like you did in the past?
Hey, so I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I'm just getting on the jail phone and I'm just going like however I feel that morning. That's just how I'm going. And that's the thing about this project. It's like, this is real life, like my real emotion. I don't give a fuck if I cry on that fucking jail phone, nigga. I don't care. Like, nigga, as long as I get it on that mic, that's all I care about. This is real life documentation of history. There's never going to be a person that's going to do this like me. Kyle.
That's
like,
crazy.
Really think about this. Okay, before I say anything, let me ask you a question. I know you're interviewing me, but let me interview you for a small second. What is the most memorable prison song or album or anything that you can remember?
I don't know.
What is the most memorable thing that you can remember?
Everyone's probably going to comment some shit and call me an idiot for not saying it, but I personally don't know. Like, nothing jumps off the page for me.
I don't think
because nothing jumps into your mind immediately. Yes, there's going to be people in the comments that are going to say, well, Draco did it, and fucking Bobby Schmurder and Sean. But it's like, guys, these guys went on a phone call and just rapped. They didn't have to go through, yo, what are the presets that we need to turn this jail phone call into full high-end vocals that sound like I'm in the studio, so that this mic can now become my studio.
That shit is
How
dope.
do we do that?
Dope
There
as
is
fuck.
a way. That's what I did that is different than the average person that they're going to bring up in the comments.
Nigga.
The reason why you don't have anything to bring up right now is because nobody did it. Nobody did it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
did
it,
right,
to the point where it was so memorable that it was like, wow, nigga, this guy did it. This is what this is, Kyle. Fuck me being Tory Lanez. Fuck me being an artist that is in his situation. Like, just take this for face value. Remove Tory Lanez. Let's say I was a guy named Cheddar Bob, nigga, for the sake of conversation. I was Cheddar Bob, bro. And I came to jail and I said, yo, I'm Cheddar Bob, releasing the first ever professional prison recorded album. At that standpoint, I'm going to look at Cheddar Bob and be like, I don't care who he is. That is revolutionary if he gets that accomplished. That's what I'm accomplishing. And I'm not just accomplishing it for me. I'm accomplishing it for everybody who comes after me, that goes to prison and feels like their dream is cooked. Like, when we come to prison, they treat us like we're dead. We're not like you, Kyle. I'm sorry. We're just not.
100%.
We are the forgotten. We are the mistreated. And no one cares because they're not here to see it. And the average motherfucker in prison does not have the resources to show it to the world. This album is the first representation of a raw and vivid view of prison in real time. You understand?
Yeah.
Very different. This is a historical moment that will never, ever in life come again. I pray that this does inspire the youngin
I
that's
don't
after
believe
me.
that. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen again. Everything that happens now, bro. Unless the fucking world ends, and nigga, like, unless some shit just completely changes, bro, it's gonna happen again. Like, we think Drake is popular, bro. I think probably within the next 10 to 15 years, bro, there's gonna be a nigga that pop up that's gonna wash all of these niggas. But then again, Drake is a rapper, though. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think Drake is the last rapper to, like, be like the nigga. Well, I guess Kendrick, but that don't really count because that's connected to Drake. He didn't do it on his own. Bow.
God forbid that he has to go to prison. But this is the first of its kind, Kyle. This has never been done. Ever. So fuck me being Tory Lanez. Just from the standpoint of, like, I need to hear what that sounds like because it's never been done. And I'm going to give you such a vivid picture of what prison and incarceration is, especially in California. But I'm going to give you that vivid picture, and you're going to go through my prison experience with me.
What do you make of this, like, chapter of your life? Because it is just a chapter at the end of the day. Are you a guy that believes everything happens for a reason? And, like, you were kind of meant to go through this for some reason? Or how do you look at it?
I know for a fact this is God sent. And if I could do it any other way, I know this is not going to make sense to so many of my viewers, and they're going to be like, nigga, what? But I genuinely feel like if someone came to me and said, yo, you could give back your prison thing, and not prison thing, but if you could give back your prison sentence and whatever the case is, and just go back to life how you were living it right then and there when you were in the case, and you could have came out victorious, I wouldn't take it like that. I wouldn't take it like that. I know my victory is bigger. I've always known my victory is bigger. And
Brother, lay down. Chill. This ain't play time.
Take it like that. I know my victory is bigger. I've always known my victory is bigger. And I always known that regardless of everything, God is going to make me come out victorious in this. However, regardless of how big I knew this was going to be, I've always been at the standpoint of, I'm not going to lie, I had to be here. Because the way that I was actually moving in life at that point of my life, I was moving so fast that I would not be alive if I did not come to jail. I swear to God. I would not be alive, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And God gave me the blessing of sitting me down. And that's not going to make sense to a lot of my fans. But I am so thankful for what God did for me in this time. Because the man that I am right now is you can't compete with him. His mind is sharp. His brain is sharp. His ideas are heightened. God is moving through the man that I am right now in such an exciting way that I can't even fathom what he has coming for me. And it makes me so happy. That's why I can't, like, I have an ear-to-ear smile right now because
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. How, like, yo, Tory sounds so driven and just so happy to just, like, do what he loves, bro. And he's not letting none of this shit stop him. And, like, bro, like, you see how happy this nigga sounds, bro? I really feel like, I can't even say that. I feel like the people that matter, like, they feel for Tory. But, like, bruh, I don't know how this nigga keeps up the positivity, bro. I'd be a fucking bucket of negativity if I was in his shoes, bro. I need to work on that.
I'm so excited for what God has for me, because now that I am the man that he made me to be and the man that he wants me to be, now I can finally receive the blessings that I'm supposed to receive. And I was never going to get these blessings had I been moving how I was moving before I went to jail. So this is the biggest blessing of my life, despite the pain, despite the tears, despite the problems. My enemies thought that when they put me in prison, they said that this was going to be the thing that silenced me and shut me down and finally stopped me. Little did they know, they only ignited a fire. It was an unbearable fire that they would never in life be able to tame. And they didn't understand that. But now that I'm here, I'm just like, Kyle, this is God sent. And so to answer your question, yes. Like I wouldn't give this part of my life back for nothing. I know for a fact that this was with a purpose. 100%.
That's awesome, bro. It makes me happy to hear. We back?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Popping with it.
No, that's, bro, that honestly makes me really happy to hear. You sound like you're in a great place. And, bro, yeah, like I told you before, you've always inspired me, and you're inspiring me further now. Just the way that you're just always been a fighter, bro. Every stage of your career, you've always been an absolute fighter. And I know that it's...
Chat, let's keep it a bean. Is this nigga really tapped in with Tory Lanez like that? Like, is this nigga even really a fan, or did he just hop on a bandwagon? Cause like, on the outside looking in, bro, I don't think this nigga knows shit about Tory Lanez's career, bro. Swear to God, I don't even think he can name 3 albums. I know I can't.
Inspires a lot of people. Like, I don't know how much you see or how much you're told, but there's so much support for you online. Like everything I read, everything I see. I don't know if you saw anything with we had Aiden on last week too, and he showed up in the free Tory shirt, and we were talking about that, talking about some of the new evidence. How does that make you feel to like hear all the support you're getting?
New evidence. Let's get to that.
I love that kid, man. Like that's my real brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think we went through. What people don't understand about me and Aiden is like, we both have these weird, like, behind the scenes, like these fucked up, like, upbringings, and like we've been there for each other in times that other people aren't. And it's like, I really love Aiden, bro. That's my brother, bro. Like, I really cry real tears about Aiden. Like, as far as like him being a person that just represented me so hard, like, that shit means so much to me, bro. Like, because the thing is people understand, like, y'all niggas can DM me, and when Ray, shout out to my nigga Ray, but when Ray reads me the message and he tells me, oh, y'all say this, that, and third, it's like, yo, I feel it, but nigga, don't tell me none of that shit, and don't think that you got this pass with me because, yo, you came and said, yo, free Tory in my inbox. Nah, nigga, go shout that shit out to the world if you feel that way. Nigga, don't tell me no shit about, like, nigga, how you feel, and oh yeah, you're Tory, you know I got you under any circumstances, but you're doing it behind the scenes. The reason why I respect Aiden, because regardless of all the gangster niggas, and I put that with a quote unquote, and another quote unquote, regardless of all the quote unquote real niggas that are supposed to be real niggas and real street niggas and all this other shit, I'm saying all this with quotes, nigga. My quotes look like Playboy bunnies right now, the way I keep putting the quote signs up, nigga. It's like all those people were scared. They were scared to say how they truly felt, because they come to me and we have hour-long conversations on how we all feel like, yo, nah, we know you're innocent because of this, that, and this, and they're screaming and crying and saying, oh, I can't believe they got you like this. But when it comes to public time, it's like nobody's saying what they really feel. I've even seen people say the opposite of what they feel, the opposite of what they told me, because it was benefiting to them at that time, and that speaks to me. And I love all my niggas, of course, 100%, but it's a lot of, and I have to say it like this, it's fucked up. There's a lot of black people, my nigga, that like have done fake ass shit to me and say, hey, XYZ, da 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 da, and Aiden Ross, this white boy, who, remember, white people don't like to go against black culture because, nigga, we'll eat y'all niggas up. Stop playing with us. But the reality of it is, it's like he went all against black culture. Like, it's not about a culture thing. This is my brother, and I don't care about what y'all talking about. Until he's free, I'm going. This is my stance. And that's why I respect him over so many niggas that we quote unquote put this real nigga
Shout out to
tag
Aiden
on.
Ross, yo.
Aiden is a real nigga. You know why he's a real nigga?
Shout out to Aiden Ross, yo, man. You know how many times I've heard a motherfucker say, yo, Aiden's a real nigga. Nigga, I've heard that shit from 10 niggas, bro. Shout out to Aiden, yo.
Because he's an honorable man. And I want to say this on your podcast for any young niggas listening to this. Everybody talks about real nigga this and real nigga that, and that's the word. I gotta be a real nigga. A real nigga is not defined because of how many bodies he has, how many times he busts his gun, how many times he's in the streets. You know what a real nigga is, Kyle? A real nigga is somebody who takes care and supports and provides for his family and make sure his family and his loved ones are taken care of. That, and no matter what the world is feeling, he's going to stand on it to take care of his loved ones. Aiden Ross is a real nigga. I just want to make sure that that's 100% understood from my mouth. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure I said that. One second, Brody. Hey, close to 10. I don't got no mail, right? I do or I don't? Hold on a second, cop. Got my mail real quick. Y'all got me mid-interview, you know what I'm
Not
saying?
Super Smash again, right?
Hey, yo, Leon, you want to say something for the world? Hey, you want to say it, J3? You want to tell them free us? Scream it out loud. Hey, you want to get anything in the full set podcast? All right, my bad. I had to show the niggas. I had to get my mail. All right, come on, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, no, you're right, bro. Aiden's a loyal ass guy for sure.
Very good guy, bro. And that's all I was trying to say is just like, for me, bro, I've always been a person that at the end of the day, like, I respect real people and I'm happy for real people in my life. And he's one of those people that I'm very happy to have in my corner. That's all it is.
100%. No, I love Aiden. He's always been there to support us too. What is the status of the case right now? I don't know how much you could talk about it, but I know I think you guys submitted for like factual innocence. Is that the word? And now the court is considering it. Can you give us like an update on where it's at?
All right, so I'll break this down so it can make more sense because I know a lot of people were like confused about this, but this is what it is, right? And I want the viewer to just really like whoever you are, whether or not you're on the other side or you're on our side or regardless, I just want us to think in just logical sense, okay? For real, just logical sense. I'm in jail right now for 10 years. My crime that they charged me with is carrying a concealed firearm and assault with a semi-automatic, which is a handgun or whatever it is. As long as it's a new gun, it's a semi-automatic. As long as it don't got the revolver, it's labeled a semi-automatic. So they gave me 10 years because of the use of a firearm, assault with a firearm, right? So I wanted to just think here, and this is what our factual innocence writ that we sent to the appellate court was about. We said this, and our argument was this. Listen, if there is a man, America, just listen to this. If you are a person and you are being convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison because of the use of a firearm, something needs to connect you to this firearm. Am I right or wrong, Kyle?
Correct. That sounds correct.
Something, in order for you to be guilty of this, something needs to connect you to this. Now, I need you to understand now my facts, not my opinion, not my theory, my facts. There is literally 4 contributors on this suspected gun. 90% contributor on this gun is a male. And the rest of the percentages of this gun are 2 females and another male. None of those 4 people are my DNA. So I am 100% excluded, not inconclusive like they said when I was in trial. I'm 100% excluded from this gun when it comes to DNA. My fingerprints are 100% excluded from the magazine, from the gun, from the bullets, from anything that has to do with this gun. Cedars-Sinai Hospital, with the help of LAPD, Los Angeles Police Department, for those who don't understand the abbreviation, together they have put on my discovery that we have lost the bullet fragments. Well, if you lost the bullet fragments, then you can't even attach this gun to the alleged bullets that allegedly hit the victim. So y'all mean to tell me you don't even have number one, you don't have the DNA. You have a 100% excluded person off of DNA. You have a person that has literally 0 handprints on this gun, on the magazine, on any of the bullet casings or chambers. You don't even have the bullets to match to this gun to say that these bullets were even shot out of the gun that you guys supposedly recovered. And then on top of that, the gun itself is sealed in LA County, so we can never, ever grab the gun and do any retesting. The LAPD made sure to seal the gun so that there would be no retesting on this gun. When we went into court and we put these things in and said, hey, like, we're factually innocent due to these facts, the court said, you know what? We're going to consider that because there's good reason appearing on what you're saying. All of these things check out. And I want to explain something about the appellate court. The appellate court is never going to give you a judgment until they fully have read thoroughly through what you're saying to make sure that it's true, because their judgments are after conviction. So it's like you've already been found guilty legally by a peer group of 12 people. So it's like we really should not even be like everything they said at face value is supposed to be what it is. But they go thoroughly to see if there's a mistake. And in the mistakes that they saw, they said, hey, we see that there's an issue here. We see that there's good reason here, and we're going to consider this. That was the last thing that actually happened.
So this is all new evidence, though? Like the 4 people's DNA on the gun, that wasn't in the first trial whatsoever?
Yes. So in the first trial, they kept going. They told me I was inconclusive, but I knew that was always a lie. I was like, I never touched this gun.
So it went from now inconclusive to now completely excluded.
Yeah, once I was in jail, I asked my lawyer, like, can you get a DNA specialist to do this gun again? I know I never touched this gun. And then when he did it again, he was like, oh, I see what happened. They manipulated your DNA, and basically it was almost, this is what they did. It's like you ever had to wait for a video game and you're waiting for it to load? Uh-huh. So DNA, the way that they did it is like, okay, if I let it load 60%, it's not going to give me the full conclusion yet. So once they loaded it like 60 to 70%, it was like, yo, it's inconclusive. But had they let it go the whole way, they would have seen it was 100% excluded. But they were like, yo, the fact that it's inconclusive and not a match, let's just leave it here because this is the best we're going to get. So they stopped my test before it even got to the finished result. Therefore, I went to court thinking that you guys only have an inconclusive test. But I always knew in my heart, this is impossible. I never touched this gun.
That new fact alone is insane. Just the fact that it went from inclusive to excluded and there's 4 people's DNA on the gun. And none of them are yours is fucking... That should be enough for them to open up the factual innocence, like, now.
Brother, my judge, Judge Harringford, Judge David D. Harringford, I'm not going to disrespect him. He's, at the end of the day, he's still an honorable judge. He's a black man at that. But I watched this man literally look at me and say, so let's just say I'll take the DNA evidence to be real. And I'll say that it's true. He said this on record, by the way. It's in my transcripts. He says, I'll take the DNA evidence to be true, but I'm going to say this. At the end of the day, even if I take it to be true, that's not a big factor in his case. That's not why he got convicted. Brother, what the fuck are you talking about? My nigga,
the whole thing.
what the fuck is you talking about, my nigga? Because that's the whole case.
That's the
you
whole
feel
thing.
me? But again, that's what it was, and that's what I've had to endure during this time. And so it is what it is. I'm not sour about anything. I know that God has a plan in me and in this. So it is what it is.
100%. All right, brother. Well, I don't know how much time you have, but I just wanted to fucking get you on here and say that we're behind you, we're supporting you, and we appreciate you coming on. And so when's the album drop? When's the album coming? Can you say?
Let the world. Hey, the album is coming March 7th. I'm gonna make sure it's finished by that time.
That's all we got. March 7th. All right, Tory Lanez from jail. I mean, he did 3 jail calls in a row. Buddy in the back was probably fucking starting to knock for the jail phone. So, we love Tory. We appreciate him doing this, especially from jail. We're rooting for him. That guy's been inspiring me. I've been following him since I was living back in Canada, too. We're both from Toronto area, so it was really cool that he could call in. Free Tory, man. Drop a thumbs up on the episode. We'll see you guys next week.
How true all that is, bro, but that is true.